guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this thrilling Thursday here in Connecticut. Life's good, man. Life's good. Anyway, let's get right to it. You saw the thumbnail. Why don't I teach music? Interesting question, and I get it a lot. Okay? Let me honk a little bit, and I'll tell you why. Why I do teach music. Anyway, yeah, I played a couple hours. Let's see what the old man's got left. All right? Little something. A little red, some blood flow. Fresh squeezed grapefruit juice. Want to lose some weight? Rejuvenate your body at the cellular DNA level? True Power Weight Loss Center. Anyway. You saw the thumbnail, or you wouldn't be here. Why don't I teach music? I do teach music. Every day of my, no, not every day of my life. A little bit of exaggeration. At least 5 days a week, if not 6. Unless I'm on vacation. All right? Now, here's the deal. If I have middle school kids, high school kids, college kids, that need to learn music, that need to prepare for a district or an all-state audition, who need to prepare for a college audition. Absolutely teach music. Absolutely 100% teach music. Now, here's the deal, guys, and take this to the bank. Vacchiano used to tell me this. Guys, when it comes to just music, the Arbin book, the St. Jacome book, anything. Guys, a piano player can teach you that. A piano player can teach you. A violin player can teach you that. Excuse me, you were a little flat on the high note. That's an F sharp. Anybody can teach you that. The fourth trumpet player in any community band, generally speaking, can teach you that. Okay? What I'm giving you is what Herbert L. Clark called 90% of trumpet playing. Guys, I'm giving you the Holy Grail. From there, you can get the music part from anybody. Okay? Now, here's the deal. And if you have the talent of, say, John Faddis or Dave Steinmeier, you don't have to take a lesson from anybody. Just put the headphones on. There's your lesson. Okay? Now, let me be perfectly clear here. Why did you study with Vacchiano Broyles if anybody can get it? Now, that's a very, very, very definitive part of the music world that I was after. I was after top-level orchestral training. And that, absolutely 100%. A piano player or a violin player cannot teach you that. Okay? Now, after studying with better part of, certainly, very, very intensely 4 years with Vacchiano and Broyles. And from that part, from those 4 years, another 15 years, on and off drop-ins with John Muirvac, I can prepare you for just about anything, classically. Okay? When I am doing the channel, I can't do everything. In a little 10-minute, I can't do everything. And when I get comeback players, when I get seasoned professionals, when I get, recording artists and whatnot, I don't have to teach them music. They've forgotten more music than I've ever learned. In many cases, I teach them chops. But when I am teaching the younger kids that need the musicality, I absolutely 100% teach them music. Okay? Now here's the deal. If a student is preparing for something specific, like, again, say a college audition, okay? 30-minute lesson doesn't do it. Absolutely doesn't do it. And I only charge them for 30 minutes, but I always end up going 40 or 45 minutes. Every single one of my students out there was like, yeah, he does. And even the comeback players, I'm not stopping at 30 minutes like some of the teachers I've had. Not Vacchiano Brosware, some other schmoes, and I won't get into it. But, I get talking with somebody, Maynard said this, did you hear this Harry James recording and all that sort of stuff. Sometimes, it goes an hour because I just love doing it. But I absolutely teach music. The pros and the comeback guys, generally speaking, do not need the music. So in a half an hour, that's plenty to teach them chops. Now, sake of argument. Let's say I had a student. Let's say I had an audition with the New York Philharmonic in 6 months. Okay? I would definitely, 100%, get myself down to Georgia once a month, at least, if not twice a month, and study with Phil Smith himself. Nobody knows the New York Philharmonic better than Phil Smith, even though he's been a wife whore. He's the best at the moment for that type of thing. I would absolutely get down to see it. If I had a audition at the Met, my background in opera might be good enough, but since I haven't done it in so long, I would try to touch base with somebody. I'm not sure. Maybe I could get it from Phil Smith. That might be the best way to go. See what I'm saying? Specialty stuff. If I had a college student that was graduating with honors and all this sort of stuff and had an audition with the New York Philharmonic, I would help him every single chance I got. But I would tell him, and I'd tell his parents, get him down to Georgia and get at least a couple lessons with Phil Smith. Stay for a weekend and get two lessons, that type of thing. Absolutely. Specialized, very specialized, definitive, what you want. If you are auditioning for a jazz, North Texas State University jazz, I can give you double C's and they'll kiss your butt, okay? But if it's jazz, I'm not your guy. I would send you to somebody in the area that could help you. And once again, when it's just jazz, a good saxophone player can help you with that. If you've got the chops, I would send you to my buddy down the road who played with Jerry Mulligan, named Steve Fasoli. I do that all the time. I do that all the time. And then they take a lesson or two, they come back with to me, this is what Steve said. Let's go. Okay? So guys, music is important. Absolutely, music is important. If you're going to be a musician, you got to know music. But the nuts and bolts, scales, arpeggios, all that stuff you can get from anybody. You can get from a singer. Okay? I told you, my cousin was the greatest singer that ever lived, Eileen Farrell. And I was doing an audition once for, I forgot what it was. No, I was preparing for a performance. I was playing the Haydn at one of the things, and I went back to Maine, and she was living at Maine at the time. I went up and played it for her. And she gave me, great singer, again, so it's a different perspective. I would do this with that phrase and all this sort of stuff. It wasn't notes. That you can get from the piano player. Okay? So there's lots of ways to go around this, guys. But the nuts and bolts, 90% of it, 90% of it is chops. And some guys who are very, and I'm not going to name names, I'm sure every one of them can name a few on one hand. Excellent, successful players who were not great musicians. They just had superb chops. And that got them so far. Did that make them Maurice Andre? No. For that, you need both. You see what I'm saying? So yes, I do absolutely 100% teach music. I don't do it on this video, and I don't do it for players that, don't need it. For sake of argument, I have a comeback pro, okay? And chops feeling good, everything, he's going out playing and all this sort of stuff. If he said, look, I got a call from the symphony, and I got to go over this. Can you? Absolutely. Absolutely. See, I would make that note longer, that note shorter. And that's another thing, guys. For the sake of argument, if I had an audition with the New York Philharmonic, and I knew somebody in the Boston Symphony, I could go take a lesson with the guy in the Boston Symphony, but he wouldn't know the real finer nuances of what's going on in the New York Philharmonic. The New York Philharmonic plays Mahler Fifth one way, and the Boston Symphony plays it, I mean, it's not completely different. They don't change notes and stuff, but the nuances. So there's a lot to it. Do I teach music? Yes. You jazz guys, no question about it. Put the headphones on and don't take them off. Don't take your head out of water until you get your own style, your own whatever. Music, it's everywhere. Learn it. Okay, guys, eat and drink fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Love you all.